Alright, so I went ahead and, again, just flathead screwdriver pops this out. Got a couple clips here to just clip on. There's one on the bottom, right there, one on top here. And then the two 10mm nuts here, one here, that pulls off. Just hang it there. Then over here, this here had those two T15s. That comes off, just slides right off. It's over there. There's the strip there. So that's why you got to have this off. One of the reasons it kind of tucks up under here. Start over here. I use a screwdriver. This car's kind of old. Doesn't really matter to me. Pry it up. You can use any flat blade putty knife or something, and it pops right off. And then here we got these are T30 bolts holding this on, and they're usually pretty tight, and you'll probably break a couple because it's only held on. It just goes into plastic. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those. I'm still gonna take the bottom 3 out, and then we'll then the plastic will just be hanging on there, and we'll just take it off. Okay, I went ahead and undid the bolts, and that panel just lifted right off. And the only thing is a couple. This was already broken here. A couple little nubs that sits in up top, but other than that, it pulls straight off. Right there it is. So anyway, here, this is just the outside, the vapor barrier, whatever the crap they call it. And it's usually shredded, and you just pull off. It's like still an adhesive. Right here, so here's our window mechanism. Focus on that. There we go. So it's all dry and stuff. Like I said, it's a 96. I'm going to wipe off the excess of crap. And I got some grease here, some red tack. I'm going to grease that up real well. Here is, well, somebody's already did this one. Somebody greased this sometime with some kind of grease. But I'm going to wipe that out. I got some lithium grease I'm going to use on this track. And that's just a little plastic clip. And then up here where the window is, I'll drop it down and show you. There's the other track, and I'm going to also grease that. So we're going to do that, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. You can see here how nasty that is. That needs to be, it's kind of dry too. Okay, we're fast forwarding quite a bit. I just went ahead and did the whole thing because I kept getting my hands greasy, and I don't want to get my phone all greasy too. So inside of here, well, you'll see I did. I'll get situated. I'll roll this down. Right now the window's up. So right here, there's two tracks. There's one here, this little track right here. Now that actually is new grease. That's actually lithium grease. And I went ahead and cleaned up all the, there was just the old grease. I don't know what they used. It was really just like molasses. So it's no wonder this thing wasn't working very well at all. So anyway, I cleaned all that out with the rag. I even took some brake cleaner. It didn't really seem to help a whole lot. Basically just a bunch of paper towels or rags and get all that shit out of there. Lithium grease, you can get it at the parts store. Comes in a tube. Just take it, put it on your hand. Or an acid brush to get up in the groove. You really want to get all up in there. And this thing actually travels. So you're going to have to do a little bit when it's up like this. And then you're going to move it down. And you'll do a little more. Okay, so now the other thing I greased here. This is the gear. And I went ahead and cleaned that up. The grease was old in that. Now this is just red tack grease I got. It's good for a lot of auto parts or industrial stuff. Cleaned all the old grease off of that as best I could. This is new grease. And then also, so the other track's up top. It actually clips onto the bottom of the window in 2 clips. So I'm going to go ahead and drop the window down so I can show you that. Well, also I took silicone. People use different things. I use a regular spray, WD-40 type silicone spray. And this is a track. The window goes all the way down in there. I put a screwdriver in there with a paper towel, cleaned it out. There wasn't a whole lot of crap in there. But silicone inside this, right in this, it's a rubber track here. And here on the other side. And the back, excuse me, in the back, at least one of those is like a plastic. But, you know, lubrication's always good. So, I want to go ahead and roll this down, and I'll show you what the other part looks like. So, if you need these little clips, the back windows have one on each side. So each window will have one of these plastic clips that are a pain in the ass. The back usually break. I'm guessing probably because there's only one, and on this one there's 3. There's one here and there's 2 on the window up top. So, and the same thing on the passenger side front. The back two doors, passenger and driver side, both have one clip, and they usually break right in half. And I split one a little bit putting on. I didn't have it hot enough in the back. I didn't take a video of it because I just wanted to get it done. But I recommend if you're going to do that, take a heat gun or a hot, an air dryer, and get it pretty hot, and then squeeze it on either with channel locks or a vise. You see some people do it with a vise, but it's got to be hot or it will split. Even with grease, I even put the lithium on there, and it still cracked. So what I did is I went ahead and I'm going to have to just get another one because I think it's probably going to break at some point. Buy another one. They're like $7 at the GM dealer. I couldn't find any online readily available. They're out there. I just gave up and went to the dealer for $7, whatever. So I took a little JB weld on the top of it because it had split all the way in half. It split just in the top part a little bit. But it seems to be working. I'll let it cure overnight and we'll see how it does. Anyway, so I'm going to turn this, I'm going to drop this window and I'll show you what that. Okay, I got the window most of the way down. I didn't want to drop it all the way. But anyway, so this is the bar. This is the bar, this is the window. And these clips, this part here is on the window. And this track, there's a clip here and you can see push this in. What I did is I went ahead and pushed it in. The other one, well, I can't really see it here. I had it up a little more when I did that. It looks the same as this, and it's right back here. But I pushed them both in. I slid the track off the window, then I pushed the window up by hand manually. So then I could get, then the track's behind here. I left the track attached, goes right here as the arm from the actuator. And again, on each one, there's two on this one. You see it crosses? There's one here, and there's one over here on the back side. And it's like, it's a pin that just snaps into the plastic. The plastic rides in the track. There's two plastics. Anyway, this one was all gunked up also. I took paper towels and just cleaned it all out and got a bunch of crap out of there. And then when I went ahead and took the lithium grease, greased it up really good, kept sliding the track back and forth, again off the window so I could deal with it more, and even raised a little bit. And you can even see this track, how this track goes back and forth here. I even, after it was one way, I greased the other side, I raised it and lowered it and did all that. And did all that, got it all greased up and brought the window back down. You gotta watch, the window came off track a little bit, so that might freak you out, but it slid back in. And again, I sprayed all the way up and down each side with a silicone in the rubber track. And that's always a good idea to do occasionally, maybe every 6 months on any car. And keep losing focus here. So anyway, I'm going to show you this thing was struggling bad for a long time, up and down. And I'm thinking, wow, the motor's getting old or something. But let's see what she does now. Go down, let's see what it is going up. Look at that. Not bad for a 20-year-old car. I mean, it would take, if it even went down, a lot of times we'd have to push it down by hand. Same thing on this side. Boom, can't complain. Anyway, so that's how you do that. Richpin has good videos on taking the inside door panel off. If you got to do speakers or anything like that, I did a video. I don't know if I got it all the way done yet. I was going to throw that up there maybe sometime. So, good luck. Time to slam it all back together and drink.